This is Optimal Living Daily, episode 166. Stop Trying to Reach an Ideal Weight by Nia Shanks of niashanks.com.
Get ready to maximize your potential with Optimal Living Daily, the podcast that brings you the best in personal development and productivity every day of the week. Your optimal life awaits. Now here's your host, Justin Malik.
Hello, Life Optimizers. This is the Optimal Living Daily podcast where I hand select blogs, ask the author for permission, and simply read to you as if I'm trying to make you go to bed. But I'm not really. I actually want you to stay awake and optimize your life. I'm Justin Malik, of course, the guy who changed majors roughly 5 times and took 6 years to graduate college. Welcome back to a Wellness Wednesday edition of OLD with a brand new author, Nia Shanks. Nia is a writer and coach helping women discover and reach their potential through an empowering approach to health, fitness, and life. And don't worry, if you're a man listening, you will benefit also. She also hosts the Nia Shanks Show, which is a podcast, so you can check that out too. And there's a mini course on her site that you can get for free. You visit her online at niashanks.com, and she's the real deal. She's been featured all over the web, and I'm happy to have her permission to read her content to you right here at OLD. So with that, let's jump right in and start optimizing your life. Stop Trying to Reach an Ideal Weight by Nia Shanks of niashanks.com. Let's take a quick poll. If you have an ideal weight in mind that you would like to reach, higher or lower, raise your hand. Okay, if you won't truly be happy until you reach that ideal weight, keep your hand up. I'm willing to bet that most people reading this have their hand in the air. If you do, then make sure you read the rest of this post. If you don't, read it anyway because you could learn something. Once again, I'll provide you with some background information. There's a time in my life when I had an ideal weight in my head. I knew that I wanted to reach that weight. The day I finally weighed in at that specific number, I knew I'd finally be happy and feel as if I accomplished something, or so I thought. I kept telling myself that once I hit that number, I would finally be happy with my body. I'd be confident and wouldn't have any more worries about my physical appearance. Well, I finally hit that number, but I was anything but happy and confident. Once I hit that number, I was even more miserable. I still didn't look the way I truly wanted. I wanted more changes in my body to occur. I wanted things to look better. I was so upset because I thought everything would be great after reaching my ideal weight. Why am I telling you this? Because from that little weight loss journey, I learned a lot about myself and body image issues. I soon began to notice these same struggles in others as well. Every time I acquired a new client, they would always tell me they wanted to weigh X amount. They weighed X in high school or college, and they wouldn't be happy until they weigh X again. Seriously, I'm sure most of you have said these same things before. Please take a minute to answer these questions honestly. Why do you have to reach that weight? What is so special about that number? Why will that theoretically make all your problems go away? Here's the main point of all of this. Don't set an ideal weight. I don't care if you're trying to lose weight and weigh less or gain muscle and weigh more. Do not have a set number in your head and tell yourself that you have to reach that weight to be happy. That thinking is negative and self-defeating. Throw those thoughts out the window and take a more positive approach. Instead of trying to obtain a set weight, have a smart plan of action and focus on improving your performance with your training. Instead of constantly trying to burn calories at the gym to lose weight, focus on improving your performance, eat properly, and it will happen. If you're trying to gain muscle, stop worrying about getting a pump and focus on improving your performance and eat a lot of healthy food, and it will happen. From that point on, focus on how you feel and how your clothes fit. Forget the number on the damn scale. Why do you have to weigh a certain number? Why can't you be 5 or 10 pounds higher if you want to lose weight, or lower if you want to gain weight and still be happy? The number on the scale is a terrible way to define your ideal body. It's the worst possible way to judge your happiness and ultimate physical appearance. I guarantee that if you stop thinking about hitting a certain number and put your focus on a positive goal, you will be much happier with your workouts and your body. My weight now is higher than my quote-unquote ideal weight ever was. But you know what? I am much happier at the weight I am now. It's easy to maintain, I don't have to work out more than a few hours per week, and I don't have to constantly restrict what I eat. That is your challenge. Stop trying to reach an ideal weight. Focus your efforts on training and eating smart. You'll be so much happier if you take that positive approach. You just listened to the post titled Stop Trying to Reach an Ideal Weight by Nia Shanks of niashanks.com. I love this post and really wanted to read it because I'm totally guilty of this. and I figure you might be too. It's a trap we fall into, and this is something I personally needed to hear, so hopefully you benefited as well. Again, you can check out Nia's blog at niashanks.com. I'll have it linked at oldpodcast.com and also in this episode's description. And you can get her mini course for free through her site too. And while you're out there on the web, if you'd like to show this podcast some love, I'd greatly appreciate it. You can flatter me by doing something totally free, and that's signing up for my weekly newsletter. I'm giving away a book to a random email subscriber in just 1 week, so you could win that. Plus, you get multiple spreadsheets to help you optimize your life and a video tutorial to go along with it, all free if you're part of my mailing list. You can join really quickly right now by texting the word optimal to the number 44222, or just simply visit me online at oldpodcast.com and you can join there. Again, it's a huge way to show your support and help keep this podcast going. And that does it for Wellness Wednesday. I'll sort of have a continuation of Wellness Wednesday with a post about boosting your memory and smarts tomorrow. So stay tuned for that, where your optimal life awaits.
Hey, this is Dan from the Optimal Finance Daily podcast, which is a lot like this show, except more focused on personal finance. Justin handpicks the best posts he can find from blogs and authors like Ramit Sethi, Mr. Money Mustache, and more, and I read them to you 5 days a week. So if you enjoy this podcast, come on over and subscribe to Optimal Finance Daily too. And together, we'll optimize your financial life.
You've been listening to Optimal Living Daily. Be sure to hit the subscribe button to stay up to date on each new episode and head to oldpodcast.com. That's OLDpodcast.com for a free gift as well as more actionable tips and resources to help you maximize your potential. Thanks for joining us, and remember, your optimal life awaits.